All right, we're going to try this again. I've already tried it once. It didn't work out, but I think this is important. I found this thing online here. What's his name? Carl with a K. Karl. What's his last name? Oh, Marx. Marx. This feller, he, hey, he's got some good ideas, or at least some people in America think he does. Uh, Another thing to remember about Karl Marx is creating a communist manifesto designed the planks as a test to determine whether or not it has become a society has become communist or not. If they are all in effect and enforced, then the people are practicing communist. Communism, by any other name, is still communism and is very, very destructive to an individual and to the society. The 10 planks are stated in the Communist Manifesto, so their American counterparts are plank 1, abolition of private property and application of all rents and lands to public purpose. They're trying to take your property away. Try not paying your property tax and see how fast they come and kick you off of it. Application of rent and land to public access or public purposes. Maybe what are they trying to do? Take all of our national parks and kick the people out? Heavy, progressive, and graduated income tax, which was never ever signed by Congress. Um, uh, Social Security tax, income tax, paying they call it paying your fair share. Number 3, abolition of all rights of inheritance. Oh, limited in see Americans call it federal state income estate tax 1916. It's a communist part of the communist plank. Number 4, confiscation of property of all immigrants and rebels. Oh, R1. DEA regulation or seizures, IRS seizures, ATF, FBI. I just seen a guy that is in California that is suing the California and federal government to get his stuff back. They seized his stuff because they thought he done something wrong and he never did it, and now they won't give him his stuff back even though he went to court and he wasn't guilty. Centralization of credit in the hands of the state by the means of a national bank with state capital and an executive monopoly. Ooh, what did what, oh, wait a minute. They're talking about big banks. That ain't got nothing to do with us. We don't use the big banks, but federal government does. Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC, and other privately owned corporations. Fiat currency, paper money, monopoly money. Here's number 6. Centralization of the means of communication and transportation in the hands of the state. Oh, CNN, Clinton News Network. I hate to say it, but Fox News ain't no freaking better. But the propaganda that I've seen on the news channels this year, I don't even have cable. I don't even have a TV. I get all my stuff from the internet, and it still ain't no better. Uh, Communication. That was the one I just did. Number 7, extension of factories and instruments in production owned by the state to bring into cultivation of wastelands and improvement of the soil generally in accordance with common plea. What does that mean? Well, let me read it here. Thus, rent control and subsidize rather than own. This is easily seen in these in these, as well as Department of Commerce and Labor, Department of Interior, Environmental Protection Agency, Bureau of Land Management, Bureau of Reclamation, Bureau of Mines, National Park Service, and the IRS control of businesses through corporation regulations. They want your land, period. You know, big government. Does any of this sound familiar? Well, we're surely goodness we're not communists. Number 8, equal liability to all labor established industries, army, and especially for agriculture. What that one general say? Beware of the world industrial. What do you call it? Industrial complex. America is called a minimum wage. Slave labor is like dealing with most favored nations, trade partners, communist China. We see it in American practices via Social Security Administration, Department of Labor, national national debt, inflation causes communal bank has caused the need for a two-income family, women's in the workplace since the 20s, 19th Amendment of the United States Civil Rights Act of 1964, assorted socialist union affirmation actions, the Federal Public Works Program, and the Course Executive Order 11,000. They want to unionize you and use you the best they can. You are their uh, drone army. Number 9, combination of agriculture to manufacturing industry, gradual abolition of the distinction between town and country by more equitable distribution of property over the country. They would love to pile you into the cities and stick you into an apartment. That way, when they build a fence around it, they know where you're at. And you can't go hide in the hollers of West Virginia or down by the river and come back out and shoot them when they drive by. They want to know where you're at. Number 10. Karl Marx, boy, he's a smart man. He hit this right on the head, boy. They're even talking about this to the day. Bernie was even talking about it. Hillary loves it. Number 10, free education for all children in public school. Abolition of children's factory labor in the present form. I mean, they don't like the way it was back then, but they want to change it, not get rid of it. Combination of education with industrial production. In other words, they want to take your kids, use them in factories, and because they need an education, they'll teach them too. What will they teach them? The Communist Manifesto. Americans being taxed to support what we call public schools are actually government force-funded schools. Even private schools, government, the purpose of the training young to work in a communal debt system with also we also call the Department of Education the NEA and outcome-based education. They are used as a difference in doctrine inculcated with the government propaganda. The major rules: pay your fair share. Majority rules, which is the Democratic Society, aka mob rule, and pay your fair share. These are right out of the Communist Manifesto. Where is the word fair share in the Constitution? It's not. Bill of Rights is the Internal Revenue Service. Title 26, nowhere is fair share even suggested. You got to work for a living. The philosophy of concept of fair share comes from the communist maximum. For each according to their ability, according to their need. The concept is pure socialism. America was made the greatest society in the private initiative work ethic, teaching others and others how to fish and to be self-sufficient and produce plenty of extra commodities to, if so desired, could be shared with others who might be in needy. Americans always volunteer, but the most generous and charitable society on the planet. They don't want you to share. They want you to give it to them to where they can pass it out for you. If you haven't read the or read, watch the movie. What's it called? Shoot, I can't think of it right now. I'll put the movie down in the prescription that Ayn Rand about the communist takeover and the trains. Uh, Atlas Shrugged. That's the name of it. That's a 6-hour movie. But if you can get a hold of the Atlas Shrugged, everything that I just went through is in the movie Atlas Shrugged. Uh, how close are we to becoming a communist country? You tell me. Leave me a comment down in the comment section and let me know what you think about this. God bless America. Keep us safe. Just remember, if I can do it, anybody can. God bless.